How's it going, guys? Another stream today. Kind of stoked. I've been actually being able to consistently stream. I think I've been able to stream at least once a week for the past couple of weeks now, a few weeks. So I'm kind of stoked. I'm glad that I'm able to have a. It might not be a consistent day. Like I might not be able to stream like every Wednesday or every Thursday or whatever. But like at least I'm able to at least just stream in general every week. So it kind of sucks I don't have like a consistent schedule for like you viewers, but I mean, at least I can put the content out there and I can be able to put it on YouTube. Uh, just have it out there, you know what I mean? So because I know it's hard to just like I can't watch streamers either because like my schedule is so bad. But I mean, I know how difficult it is. So at least it's on YouTube, so it's there. But here's the list. I don't know if this layout's better or not than like the let's see. Like I don't know if this view is better than this view. Oh, oops. This view. I think this view is better just because sometimes when I post on Facebook, like the quality isn't that great. But I think this is better just so you can kind of see every card because when it's stacked, it's kind of difficult to see, I think. So I think I'll start posting it like this. How's it going, James? Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. But this is a list that I actually 5-0'd with 2 days ago. So hopefully it gets posted. I was kind of playing around with the sideboard slots. I was testing a Languish over Damnation because there's like Drawsy kind of dead. No one's playing Death Shadow. Everything's kind of more smaller, which is good for us. Like Hollow One's a 4/4, Vengevine's a 4/3. If you can get rid of the Champion of the Parishes, Languish kind of kills everything else. So I'm testing it out. It also gets around like Welding Jar, whatever the artifact that costs 0 that regenerates turret, whatever. That's in like Hardened Scales. Like this card gets around that. Gets around Selfless Spirit because Spirits has been kind of on the rise. But most importantly, it's kind of a one-sided Plague Wind where it, like, our goalies bypass, like, the thing about Damnation is, like, when you're ahead, like, Damnation is literally just a dead card. But at least when you're ahead with, like, a 5/5 Scavenging Ooze or, like, a Siege Rhino, like, Languish isn't bad. You know what I mean? Like, you just Plague Wind, maybe even swing for 1 with the Tarmogoyf. And then the next card that I am just trying out is the second Stony Silence. Kataki has been nice to be able to tutor up, but it hasn't been as effective, and I think Stony Silence is just strictly, it just is the better card against like KCI. On top of just wrecking Hardened Scales. Like if Hardened Scales doesn't draw their Nature's Claim, Stony Silence is just a game ender. While Kataki is just kind of annoying, and it kind of sucks against like against like a Hangerback Walker gets better, but I'd rather just have the Stony Silence so they can't just cast spells. Period. I think the board is fine, although I don't like the Rex Sage at the moment. Second Stony is below 1,000 times better. Stops KC. Yeah, Kataki's just kind of annoying against that deck. Especially when they have stuff like Ichor Wellspring, and it's like, oh, it's not a Kataki. Like, I think on my last stream, I had the game locked down. I had like a Gadak Teague and like a Comball in play, and then I just played a Kataki, and they had two Ichor Wellsprings in play where like they wanted to sack them. I mean, they were behind. Like, they had no way of winning, but like, I guess like them drawing 2 extra cards drew them more to outs, maybe. So maybe it wasn't 100%, maybe it was like a 99, but that 99% might have gotten lower to like a 95 to a 90%, them drawing those 2 extra cards. So yeah, Kataki is like, it's nice to tutor for Kataki, but the fact that like Affinity isn't even a thing anymore, now it's all Hardened Scales. Stony Silence is just better against that deck. So we'll see. I think Stony Silence is just better, so that's why I'm running it. I'll see if I miss Kataki. Maybe I'm underestimating not being able to tutor for it. Um, but yeah, this is the list that I did 5 2 days ago. So hopefully it does get posted. The only difference that I made to the previous 5.0 is this was a Kataki and this was a Damnation. Would I change it back? I might change this back to a Damnation, but we'll see. Yo, I will see, man. We'll see. Um, but let's start playing just our first match. Let some viewers tune in, and then I'll talk about our new toy um, that we got from Ravnica that I would love to talk about, but would like to have a bigger audience so I don't have to repeat what my thoughts are about our new toy. But yeah, how's it going, James? Are you? I didn't even get to ask you. Are you on Traverse? Are you on just regular Abzan, or what's your kind of? Because I know some people are switching to like BG Rock and stuff. So what deck are you playing, or is not even mid range at all? Is it something else? Let's change our window size here once our deck comes up. See if our window size matches up here. Oh, this is kind of forced to keep this. It says no interaction, but it's pretty lean hand. They could use some removal, but I'm on Traverse. Well, you can get to my build. Time for the way to go. I was leave bonkers, just like when I push it. Yeah, for real. Is this Infect? It could be Ban Coco. Regardless, this hand is pretty bad against it. Oh, that was a good draw if it was against Infect. Here I'm gonna fetch Overgrown Tomb, or I can go Temple Garden and get a Swamp. So I can go Temple Garden and get a Swamp, or Overgrown Tomb and get a Plains. And I think Temple Garden getting a Swamp is best because it can. The Plains is just not a good top deck, or just not a good early land to have. Just F6 here. I'll take a look at your list in between matches, James. Is there anything like special about it that I should look out for? Oh, excuse me. Discard spells would be good here, or just a second removal spell. We're in Catacombs. So we could just be dead here. But if you ever play against Infect, I know Infect isn't really a deck right now, but you play your removal spells on your turn. You do not do it on their turn, or if you do, you do it after combat. Ooh, them taking this is pretty good. So that means they have like no vines or no protection spells like Apostles Blessing. Some traces are my local PvP, lots of blue white, hence Chakra and this Vital Force. So you're just like built to be more grindy. I can see that. Rancor. Oh, this guy just totally going for the. So he has no infector, which is good for us. Removal spell. Not a removal spell. I think I'm just gonna run out Tarmogoyf here, and then just have a blocker. Yeah, they get you, man. I mean, you just aggressively fetch shock yourself, and they just get you with like Become Immense and stuff. I can see, like, yeah, I like Nissa on paper. It's just 5 mana is a lot in Traverse. That's the problem. That's my problem with Nissa. But in a meta with a lot of blue air control, that sounds awful. Like, I feel bad for you to be in that meta. So I'm blocking here, which forces my opponent to have a pump spell. 5/3 versus a 3/4. Wow, he's letting it happen. It's pretty good. It's good because it turns on my Grim Flare. So he's just waiting to cast Rancor here. Oh no, he's just casting on the tapped Hierarch. Interesting. Just gonna fetch now to save some life. Maybe get a Godly Shrine, so I can play Lingering Souls plus Path if I need to. Inquisition of Kozilek. I think I can do Tarmogoyf Brimflare, and then next turn play Inquisition plus whatever spell. Or I can Inquisition now. I mean, I feel like if they had a pump spell, they would have pumped him. Just because, like, why else would they suit this guy up? I mean, that makes no sense. So I think I'm just going to be a little bit more aggressive. But I'm leaning to the fact that we got creatures path a bunch, which is working out well. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though, is like I would want a sideboard card that's like better against the rest of the field. I mean, you're hedging against like a specific matchup, which is good. I think I'd rather just have. Oh, am I just dead here? Should I just Inquisitioned? 10. So I'm double blocking here. Man. I guess I'm. Man, maybe I should Inquisition. That was just maybe just me being too aggressive. 9, 3. Yeah, that was kind of rough. I just not drawing any removal kind of sucks too. I think I need to play Grimflare here and then just play Lingering Souls next turn so I can have a blocker. I mean, you don't have to convince me. I love Tireless Trackers, so. I need a removal spell bad here. Five. Like, I literally drew one path this game, which is awkward. 5. 2, 4 is 1. So I need to fade one pump spell here. Yeah, this is not looking good. I need to fade one draw, and then I would like to enter combat first, sir. Well, there's my interaction. So I just need to dodge. Just need to dodge a pump spell here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. That sucks. That would have been good. Oh man. That sucks. Languish, EE, maybe Rex Age? Retali seems good. Bear Blossom seems okay. Siege Rhino is not good. Sad to say. Veil is kind of awkward. You kind of want your removal to be a little bit instant speed. Scavenging Ooze is pretty bad because you don't really care to gain life. And it's too slow versus Become Immense. Fulminators are good versus Inkmoth Nexus. I think Veils come out. They're a little slow. Think like this. That's just awkward. If they just had any form of interaction that game, I would have been totally fine. Discard Path. Pulse Ballista. Yeah. Just one too many cards. Maybe I should have a Tornblue here. I think I just bring one Fulminator Mage. I don't think I need two. Just go with that. Because Fulminators is also pretty slow. It's a good hand. Very good hand. Spell Pierce. Good to know. Good to know that my language is probably not resolving. Cool. So we take their only infect threat and go from there. And the other option is we can kill the Noble Hierarch, which is a little cheeky. I think that's a little too aggressive for my liking. I mean, my option now is I can just goad him with the Ballista. That's actually not a bad line, I don't think. Because they have no access to blue mana. I actually know the whole hand. So I think it's actually correct to play the Ballista here. And then next turn play Grimflare. And if they draw a land, then their hand is nothing. Yep. And this is where we just start taking over the game. Ballista make Grimflare 4-4 already. Dude, this Ballista is so good. This Ballista is so good. I think we're just running back. Now I know that they have 2 Spell Pierces. And I know to actually mulligan into more removal heavy hand. Hey! Cut that out. Oh god. This is... If this was a fetch line, this would be really close. that's good. 2 removal spells. Take it. I went 4-0, 8-1 last time for Mana and bless those nuts. Everyone's like, why is that in the deck? They don't understand, man. They just don't understand the power of Ballista. Oh god, just keep drawing removal spells. Eventually give me a threat, please. Play a Blighted Agent. Just play into my Blighted Agent. So them not fetching end of turn kind of means that they didn't. They have a land light hand, which is bad for us. So a 2-drop would be bonkers here. That's fine. How about a removal spell? I think I'm gonna play this Plains untapped. Or of course, untapped. I'm gonna play the Plains instead of playing this or this, because if they play a threat, okay, I can just path on end of turn, and if I draw like a Grimflare, I can just play one of these, and the life loss over the course of 2 turns. Oh my gosh, give me a threat, please. My last tub would have been really good here. My rule of Traverse is if we drew 5 lands in the early game, you're pretty much losing the game. That's my rule of thumb. And we hit the 5th land, so we're pretty close to losing the game here because we don't have enough material to win the game. That's a fine draw, I guess. We're drawing interaction. We just need a threat, just something to just block this guy. Because he's just going to keep winning away our life total, where it's kind of the point where our life total is actually equivalent to our infect life total, right? Oops. That's not necessarily true. You shouldn't just keep land heavy hands either. I think that's one of the what's the word, traps in this deck. What are you working with here? Become Immense is pretty big. The Become Immense actually isn't that scary because I can just, like, their 1 of Blossoming Defense isn't that scary. I think I just have to take the Become Immense. But I really need to draw just a threat just to stone all these guys. It's gonna go to the point where he's just gonna Blossoming Events, and I'm gonna path, and he's gonna Blossoming Events. For 6. A Bauble would be a good draw here too. So the math works out so it doesn't matter. Engine Explosives would be a good draw here. That's good for us. Do we got walking ballista here? That's a real question. I think I do. I think I take a walking ballista here. Because he's gonna plow through my Tarmogoyf. I think I wait. If he attacks the Exalted, which is awkward. I think I have to do it now. Maybe it's best to just get Goyf. Maybe Goyf is better just to buy time. I think I was just trying to get 2k with the Ballista. Now I'm just dead to a lot of things. If he draws something next turn, I'm at 6. That was a good draw. It's getting lucky here, getting lucky here. He's thinking about spell piercing this. I know about the spell pierce, so I should have. That's true. That was timely. So I know 2, 3 cards. I think it's worth trading my souls for his Blossoming Defense, and I can Fulminator his Dryad Arbor next turn. Yeah, I'm not playing tight, that's for sure. And you definitely need to play tight versus Infect. I could also just Fulminate Inkmoth Nexus now. I also need to win the game too. I could double block Spirits here. He, assuming he doesn't have another pump spell. I lose my whole board this way though. If he has a pump spell, that's the problem. I think it sucks. It's hard because like if he has a like I could double block, he blocks my defenses, I fulminate in response. If he, I guess if he doesn't have another pump spell, that's fine. I mean, sorry, I meant like another shroud spell, but I guess trading that isn't a bad trade. Big boy. Nice. Good job 5-0ing. Is it the list with Languish or the list with Damnation? Snap blocking here. That was a good draw. We are getting blessed here. Just playing around Spell Pierce. Wow. Trading a Spell Pierce? Wow, okay. That's fine. That just makes all my removal spells off the top of our deck live. Wow. That was a good draw. I don't think there's anything in effect that makes things indestructible, right? Not that I know of. How much greed do I get here? Super defensive. Crack it here, and he has no threat, and I just have a 2-turn clock. And they're kind of forced to block. Folder Mage. Did not play that great, but got there. the deck is so good, it just covers me. How do you feel about a new Rex Sage replacement? It's really good. But first, let's take a moment and thank Watsy for printing this amazing card. I have so much to say about this card right now. Alright, so since we finished the first match, Assassin's Trophy. This card is literally the card we need that shores up all of our bad matchups. Seriously, like I am not under. This card is insane. Oh, it probably gets banned. I don't think so. I don't think it's a 4 of. I think it is a 3 of. And let me explain why. It's because I don't think you can spend. It's the reason why Path can't be a 4 of, is you can't afford to have all. If your hand's full of Assassin trophies and Paths, you're just going to ramp up your opponent. And I don't think you can afford to do that too many times. I could be wrong. Maybe it could be 4, but I'm going to start off with 3. And it's an easy swap. I'm gonna have I have 2 decays and 1 pulse. Just swap them for 3 trophies. But to go over like what this card does in the context of our bad matchups, it is in black green is definitely a 4 of, but in Abzan I think it is a 3 of, maybe a 4 of in the 75. You're right. That being said, oh my god, this card is so good. On the draw against Tron, you can mess up their mana. They have the worst feeling in the world is they go on, you're on the draw and they go turn 1 expedition map, and they have turn 3 Tron, like a damn almost perfect percentage of the time, and you are screwed. So you definitely trophy their land on your turn 2, and it's insane. Oh my god. And then this also makes our surgical plan against Tron that much better, because obviously you need to draw your fulminators and your surgicals, or you need to have like some combination of ghost quarters. This card just makes surgical that much better. On top of that, it makes more room in your sideboard. Now maybe you only need 1 fulminator mage. Now maybe you need 0. Like cutting these 2 fulminator mages. There was a time like 2 years ago where for you to have a chance against Tron, this was before Grimflare was printed. This is how long ago it was. Before before I think we got Blooming Mars, maybe it was right after Blooming Mars. Maybe my timeline's a little confused. But Fulminator Mage, you have to at least run 3, maybe 4 in the sideboard, and you still do, even in traditional Abzan lists. You have to run 3 Fulminator Mage. Guess what? You don't need to anymore. This opens up so much time and space. I could have a 3rd Stony Silence. I could have a Pithing Needle. I could have I can have the Kataki I took out. I could have a 3rd Brutality in 75. I could have a Planeswalker. I could have Nissa. I could have Tyler's Tracker. Like, the first thing I'm probably going to do is I'm going to add my 3rd Stony Silence, and I'm probably going to have another grindy threat, because I'm expecting a lot of mid-range, so maybe like another Tyler's Tracker, maybe a Nissa, something like that. It is insane. Oh my god. And it's good against Valakut too. You can just stone rain them off their Valakuts, which is insane. It's just insane. The only argument is that Jun came in and gets it back. Yeah, that's the thing, but I mean, I'm on Abzan here. Like, maybe it is worse. I mean, you don't get it back with Liliana the Last Hope. That's one of the downsides. But honestly, me personally, against Tron, on Traverse, I only have 2 Fulminator Mages, so I don't even bring in Liliana Last Hope, because I can't bring in this one card that's dead for the possibility of me maybe having a Fulminator Mage. Yeah, I can Traverse for it, but it's just not a good plan. I don't know. Either way, this card is insane. And against, like, so people think that Tron is our worst matchup, and I 100% disagree with that, because my win rate against Tron is over 50%. It's like 65% or something insane. Tron is not a good matchup, but it's not the worst matchup. You know what I mean? So I would argue blue-white control is for sure our worst matchup. And strictly because of Jace got printed, or Jace got unbanned, and Teferi. And Teferi is insane. And the fact that they can go Teferi, untap 2 lands, hold up Logic Nut to counter one of Maelstrom Pulse to deal with it is insane. The fact that we have 3 copies of these, they go Teferi, draw a card, untap, trigger on the stack, trophy their Teferi. Now you can just keep beating in is insane. Oh my god, this card is so good. It's insane. And yeah, Teferi still is a 1 for 0 because they pretty much replaced the Teferi and you have to trophy them. Yeah, that sucks. But at least they drew a card and you don't have to waste your resources and turn attacking the Teferi when you can just deal with the Teferi and go for the face because we were aggro in that matchup. And this is so good. And not only does it kill Teferi, it kills Colonnade, or their backup draw plan. And it kills Lyra. Like, a lot of times where you board out all your paths, they counter Liliana's, or they deal your Liliana's, they slam a Lyra, and you are fucked. Guess what? This trophy fucks them in the ass because you trophy their Lyra. It's so good. So good. Oh my god. This card shores up all of our matchups. Insane. But to answer your question, Knight of Autumn is so good too. This card is seriously like, this set is, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know who they hired, but they are just fucking going, oh, I like to play Abzan. I'm just gonna make strict upgrades on all of our cards. So we're just gonna that really good card called Abrupt Decay? Let's just make it 20,000 times better. You know that card Reclamation Sage? That's pretty good because people complaining about Enter the Battle effects are just getting pretty good. And EDH too. People are like, oh, everything is just spells on creatures, spells on creatures. This card is insane. It's the floor on this card is a 3-mana 4/3. Okay, the floor on that. Okay? Let's say that again. The floor on this card is a 3-mana 4/3. And if you don't do that, you have a Reclamation Sage, or you have gain 4 life. Look at this card versus Burn. You can either kill an Eidolon, or if you don't have an Eidolon, you just gain 4 life. Against Burn, I board in Reclamation Sage because sometimes they're bringing Rest in Peace and they hit Eidolon. So a lot of times I have Reclamation Sage in hand and I just want to threaten play. Guess what? I can just slam this card and I gain 4 life, or if I'm a pretty good life total, I just need a clock. It's a 4/3. It is so good. Oh my god, I am just going apeshit over. I was going apeshit over Trophy, and I'm like, alright, that's cool. And I don't know why, but I think it's just like 1-2 punch of just this card and Trophy is just making me fanboy fucking so hard on this set. It is insane. Like, this card is borderline almost main deckable. Almost. Like, it depends on the meta. If there's a lot, like, because if there's a lot of KCI, I can see it. I mean, you can gain 4 life against aggro. It's just 3 mana is a lot, and you have Lingering Souls, and you don't want to replace your Lingering Souls with this card. So it's tough to find room. I mean, I can see it as a 1-of, because it does everything. It's a clock, or it's a removal spell versus KCI, or it gains life versus aggro. It does everything, except it's just, I don't know if it's a main deckable card because there's just no room. There's like, unless you want to cut Siege Rhino, which obviously is just not gonna happen. Maybe you cut the Scavenging Ooze if if there's not so much yard action going on. But I don't see that happening because a lot of times Scavenging Ooze against a non-aggro, not like just, it's just a 2/2 bear a lot of times. And at least this card is a bigger clock and is a little bit more versatile. And against aggro matchup, it gains your life right away, so it's close. But at the end of the day, Scavenging Ooze is a 2-mana 2/2. It's a 2-drop, and that's what the deck wants. It's a lot more leaner. Maybe it's a main deckable card in the centralized version of Abzan, where you might have room and the deck's a lot more clinkier. But it's a slam dunk sideboard card. I mean, I can see this maybe as a 2-of in the sideboard and just have it over Fulminator Mage. I don't know. And just stick with 2 Stonies. It's a possibility. Or maybe you don't need Collective Brutality anymore. uh, without any much burn. Like maybe it's one of main, but maybe you don't need a second copy just against. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's the perfect sideboard is now just up in the air just because of the fact that the 1-2 combo of trophy and Fulminant Mage is insane. Uh, if blah 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 blah. Yeah, we're trying to green black flare rock list because after I was watching Hoogland play his rock list and he has an absurd hatred towards Grimflare and I don't know why. He says that you have to make sacrifice optimal deck building, as in you're running Mishra's Bauble. I don't know. I have to see how Green Black Rock goes because he's all in on trackers and it's just way too clunky. After just getting used to Traverse, the tracker build is just way too clunky for me because it's just mono 3 jobs. You have like 4 Lilianas and 4 trackers and 2 pulses and it's just too clunky for me. Do you feel bad for me that I have to buy 4 trophies at release so I can do the open for that? It's gonna cost. I don't know how much is how much is Star City? Star City is like the ceiling on how much pre-orders are going to be. It's $14.99 for the Sorcery Snapcaster Mage. That's kind of a lot. $35. Yeah. Oh man. And the thing is I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone held that price. I mean, I don't know. I'm not good at gauging prices, but if you told me that after release weekend it was still $35, I honestly wouldn't be surprised because it's the chase card of the set. I mean, yeah, well, you have to wait until everything gets open and the price goes down, but man, yeah, 20 was the number I was thinking of. I guess I haven't put the price on the new Rex Age yet. Okay. Unless I'm blind. No. Gotta do that if I want. Yeah, I mean, even in apps, anything that's BGX, you need it for sure. For sure. Brutality's made me anymore. No, I was not a fan of Brutality because I had Brutalities in my sideboard. And when I switched Traverse, I had 1 main, and I was like, why did I not have this in my main anymore? This card subtly does a lot of things, especially in Traverse where you can pitch your, like game 1, you can pitch pretty bad cards in the matchup, like against Tron, right? Like you have like a push and Brutality is like, well, you can kind of Brutality discard your instant to get the instant in the yard. It's subtly pretty good in Traverse. Maybe not in like a centralized version, maybe not in Rock, but it's good enough in Traverse. Too many Lilias, too many Trackers, too many Scoos. I mean, his list seems good in a slow meta. Like if the meta was all blue-eye control and just like a slow, everything is trophy, assassin trophy, I can see his list being really good. This set will be open so much over the last 6 weeks. I'll be proving at the shop. For real, the Ballista is the best invention. It is. Ballista made the deck for me. Honestly, if I did not put Ballista in my deck, I would not be on Traverse right now. I would not have this big of a win rate in Traverse. Honestly, if you are on Traverse, you need a 1-up Ballista. And if you don't, you are 135% wrong. You don't have Traverse. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at your list, James. Forgot. Sorry. I was just getting too amped up about Trophy. I am sorry. I shouldn't have started if I was gonna look at your list. I promise I will look after this match, or in between sideboarding if I have time. Oh my god. Make the how greedy do I want to be? How greedy do I want to be? Let's be greedy. Let's be greedy, boys. Let's be greedy. I'll look at this list after. Sorry, James. Remind me again after, like, in between sideboarding or something. My dog is like, Trophy's so fucking good. She's like, ugh. Alright, long day. And that just, fuck, it's Tron. All this shit talking about Tron and I'm fucked now. Take their map. Take their stirrings. Yes, take that map here. Bobble myself. I guess I can upkeep bobble them or draw step bobble. I'll end of turn bobble them, so I know exactly what they're drawing into. Come on, give me something. Give me land. Give me land. Give me green source. There you go. There we go. Oh shit, end of turn. Oh fuck me. Okay, it's fine. I can bobble them. Relic of Progenitus. That's actually pretty good. But seeing how they're so far off Tron, I can do double discard, take both stirrings, and our hand is just absolute garbage. Or I could play Goyf and let them have one stirrings activation. I think I'm just gonna play Goyf here. Or sorry, I'm gonna do double discard spell. What am I saying? So they're gonna draw Relic, so I can get rid of everything but Relic and just take both stirrings. Just keep them off Tron, slow them down. Stirrings. Because they're gonna Relic anyway. That's why I took this line. So drawing a fetch land next turn would be actually real gas. Because I'm assuming they're going to pop the Relic next turn. Oh, or now. That's fine. And then I can just plus Liliana and put a Rhino into play. And now my goal is actually pretty big. They should either fade Tron. Fade the Tron. Fade the Tron. Just play Stone. I wonder if he's going to punt and ping my Goyf. That'd be hilarious. Nope. Yikes. I really want this Liliana on the board, please. That Relic really fucked me up. Thing about Tron is the number of lands in the Tron deck's actually pretty low. So my dog's going crazy over there. Come on, Tron player. Your deck isn't that hard. This guy's probably like, this is the last time I get to play Tron before I get my ass trophied. Why are they printing all these cards against my deck? Why does Watsy hate me? They printed Damping Spare, Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe we did that. It does have a high skull ceiling. Honey Bear Tilson. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Don't get me wrong. There are good like lines that are tough with Tron. Don't get me wrong. That being said, the floor is also really high too. Yeah, let's just beat face. I'm gonna ban all these. Just to, I don't think I need another Tarmogoyf. And just hope to fade Tron here. I don't think Tron's dead either. I think people who are saying Tron's dead is underestimating the power of Tron. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. So consistent hyper that they're going to get to do their big stuff. We can't clock them. Which is why I still think Traverse is the better deck. Oh, I need to drop Abrupt Decay. If I drop Abrupt Decay here, oh my goodness gracious. Please. Please. One turn too late. I'm kind of tempted to... Hey! So this is actually a tough line. Hey! This is actually a tough line here. I could double Goyf. So my opponent's gonna pop O-Stone next turn. I could keep the land on top and then double Goyf. And that just leaves him one turn. The problem is do I plus Lily? Because I don't know what the last card in his hand is. But it's like, do we plus Lily on? And I don't think we mill everything. I think we keep the Windsweep Teeth on top. There are no instants in the yard. So I think we bin all these guys. That's not true, because he doesn't have Tron. So it could be an Ulamog. So we top decks. If he top decks a Tron land, then we're kind of effed. So putting the land on top. Hey, babe. So I'm tempted to just leave the Liliana. Yeah. Because they discarded Car in the last one. So I feel like it's just another big bomb. I think I'm going to plus here. Oh god, then I shouldn't have left the land on top. Yeah, let's just leave it. I think I should have plussed. Because this also slows our clock down too. Yeah, this scavenging grounds is a pretty big game here. I think I should have plussed. Do you draw a map? Oh, okay. It's exile all graveyards though. Oh, don't hit Tron, please. Don't hit Tron. Okay, that's not bad. Oh. Why can't this be a Grim Flare? I drew all Tarmogoyfs. Oh my god. Worst timing. I had to play it though. Just to get the beats in. Oh, why couldn't you be a Grim Flare? Why couldn't you just be a Grim Flare? So if I dodge a Tron, I still Walking Ballista wins the game? Abrupt Decay wins the game. Thoughtseize. So if they have Worm Coil, this game is over. So close. So close. Can beat a Karn. I don't think I can beat an Ugin. 2, 3, 4, 5. Why couldn't you have Worm Coil in hand? That'd be a lot easier. He's closer to casting Ulamog. Or closer to casting Karn. If he has Tron, he has Sanctum, and we're kind of fucked anyway. Then we can take Ugin here. This leaves Collect Brutality as an out. Walking Ballista as an out. So dodge the Tron. Dodge the Tron. Come on, Walking Ballista. Oh, come on. So close to winning the game here. Oh no. Oh man. I need path. I don't think we keep that on top. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. We're so close. Path. And now they just carn us. Yeah, I should just. Should I have plus Lily? I think the correct line is just plus Lily because they don't have Karn. But I don't think we can beat a Wurmcoil, so we're just gonna concede here. Oh god. So close. Just things just didn't line up for us that game. Oh, why? Push. Last hope. Scavenging ooze. Brutality is not great. So the fulminators are slam dunks. Stonies are slam dunks. Got a T, 2 surgicals. Let me get this straight. Spellbomb, no. I can see maybe Rexy's coming in. It'd be a lot better if it was a new card. Like this is one of those situations where like that new spoil card would have been really good because I can just have a 4/3. Worst case scenario if I don't have a target for it. Kind of lingering souls. Let's try this. One of those ghosts had just been a Grimflare, that would have just been slam dunk game over. And having that one of Scavenging Grounds just saved him for sure too. But 5 years, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying the Traverse content. I can take a look at your list, James, now that my opponent's taking forever to sideboard. The 4/3 push path split, I guess, is a meta call. I really like 3 paths for Wurmcoil. So that's the only real change main, is you have 4 pushes instead of a 3/3 split. The main is the same, except you have a Chain Link over a Treetop, which I don't think I agree with. I really like Treetop Village. Treetop Village has won so many games for me, it's insane. Sideboard wise, you have 2 spell bombs instead of the Remorseful Cleric, and I'm kind of already, like, I'm for sure that Remorseful Cleric is really good. Like, I like Remorseful Cleric over the Bujuka Bomb. I can see the second spell bomb, just so you have like a lot of Martyr or something, or a lot of like just living end, but just so you want that turn 1 interaction. But I like Remorseful Cleric a lot. Opponent is on a mulligan to 4. Good news for us. I think I'm gonna hit Stirrings here. Their hand is awful. Take their... Yeah, I think I take Stirrings here. I could see taking Map because it's a Demonic Tutor. Lucky. Lucky. Oh man. That was lucky. The thing about it is I can't cast Galactic this turn, which is super awkward. So I know one known card. Oh, that's so awkward. This game is so awkward for us. Oh. I could get basic swamp to cast Lily next turn. Which I think is a line, because I need mana cast Fulminator Mage. So that's the line here. So if I top deck a land, so I can do Lily next turn. Just need to dodge. Oh, why? Should restore first. So I need to fade one Tron here. Even then, I don't really need to fade anything. Well, I guess I do, because he can end a turn, crack. So if he goes crack, draw natural Tron into Tron piece. That'd be brutal. Oh, I took the tower. Why did he plus? Or why didn't he crack the relic? Oh my god. That makes no sense. I don't understand. Why? That's the point of the game. That's the point of your deck, is to have all three cards and you just discard when you get a draw. Oh, I don't understand. Tron players confuse me. I don't know. And then he's gonna stirrings. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't understand. Chromatic sphere. Sure. Just like Galactic. I don't think I need this land, so I'm just gonna keep upping Liliana here. Because I have the mana to play Siege Rhine already. I just want to keep plussing Liliana to eventually get to ultimate, and then I can make him sack, pretty much stone rain him. I don't know why he's not activating Relic. I don't understand. I don't understand. Hey, I have threats that don't care about the graveyard. Fuck you for your yard hate. A land next turn would actually be pretty good here, just so I can just play Cassines right now and don't have any card disadvantage. Or a bauble. A bauble would be a good draw. punished for not for cracking the relic. Actually, it doesn't matter. He's gonna relic in response, so that's actually not good. But let's see if he knows. Let's play the Rhino first, just to goad him. This game's hard. This game is hard. Are you gonna crack your relic? No, because I want to plus slowly. I want to plus slowly. That's why I'm doing it right now. Because I need to keep plussing. That's fine. That's actually fine because I could just get him to discard whatever he drew. Oh, so he drew Tron here. He drew Tron. Shit's about to get real, boys. Hey man, idiots like him need to play Tron so they can win games of Magic. And make them feel good about themselves. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Squad Chief. You are not wrong. I mean, maybe he wanted to draw the card. I don't know, dude. I just don't know. That's why Tron's a deck, so people who don't know how to play Magic can win games of Magic. Excuse me. What are you playing with here? Like, I have no point in ultimating here. This is a friendly league. Sadly, it is not. It is a competitive league, sir. It is definitely a competitive league. God, I can't believe I lost game 1, too. I should have won game 1. Just run it back. Maybe I want Rex Sage over Lingering Souls? Just to kill Relic? I mean, I have Stony Science too, so this kind of almost just Stony Science, but it also gets in the yard for Tarmogoyf. I think I'll do that. I mean, Decay is also worse. I think I'm gonna keep the Souls in and cut the Decay, because Decay is a lot worse on the draw. I don't like Humball against Tron. That's true. Yeah, I can see that. I can see combo moving against Souls because it's a better clock. Let's try it. Just for shits and giggles. I'll keep the Okay. Maybe we'll do like a 1/1 split of souls and decay. Because they have relics too, which makes souls a lot worse. Or not decay, they have relic. What am I saying? Let's just try this. Let's try this, boys. What the heck? This hand does not beat Tron. So against Tron, you need a mulligan aggressively here. Like, you can't keep these like, oh, this hand's pretty good in a vacuum, but you need a mulligan aggressively. I think that's what a lot of people who play Abzan don't do is, like, you're going to lose. If I keep this hand, I'm not winning the game. There's no way. So, like, this hand is so much better. I don't think I want Traverse, though. I don't think I want Traverse. Turn 1 stars is probably the opening that I'll get behind of, just because they aren't playing a turn 1 map, and that's how we lose the game is with turn 1 map. Ball myself, we're in Catacombs, do not want that. Hey! Get a Golly Shrine, guess I have basic forest in hand. Man, their hand sucks. I could take their only castable spell here in Stirrings, or I could take their Scrying and keep them way off Tron. Because if they go like top deck one of their Tron pieces and then just scry for the other, that just feels awful. So I'm going to take the Scrying here. Like, I'm assuming they have a second land. If they don't have a second land in the next couple turns, no, I don't think I could take Spatial Contortion because they're just gonna draw Tron. It's true. I mean, I do need a clock. I think Stirrings is the right play. Because it keeps... just hope they don't have a second land here. Oh my god. Fucking goddamn it. They're just so good at this game. This is why I wanted to also take Scrying. This card's a little too slow. Oh, man. So I need to draw Fulminator Mage the next turn, or I'm just dead. Oh, man. Discard spell. Discard spell. Discard spell. Traverse. If I fade one turn, then a spatial contortion my Grimflare, I can traverse for a Fulminator Mage and then just not die. Yeah. Which is fine, because I want Delirium. Surgical would actually be a really good draw here. Path to Exile. I mean, the other line is I could just get Grimflare and just fade. 5 o'clock and Rex Sage too. See, this is why that other card would be so good right now. And just slam a 4/3. Oh, so good. What did he top deck last? Power Plant. Do I just go for Power Plant here? I can just go for Tower. No, no, because like... Because with Stony Sounds out, he has no way to get Tron unless he has a green source here. That's why I'm getting a Fulminator Mage. But they can't play their tutors with Stony Silence out. Like, there's a reason why they still have Nature's Claim in hand. If they draw basic forest, then I get super punished. Let's get the clock going. Oh man, I'm so... Oh, there's the forest. Stop. Oh, tilt. The thing is, if I draw Surgical, that's still alive here. Because I can Surgical the plant because you already played land this turn. Galactic would also be a good draw. Traverse would be a good draw. If I draw Surgical on my opponent's upkeep, oh my god, I'd be so stoked. Surgical. 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 Extraction. Surgical. That's a turn too slow. So no, 3 of the 5 cards in, or 2 of the 5 cards in hand. So as long as he doesn't have... If he slams Wormcoil, I'm okay. Slams Ulamog, I'm kind of fucked. Oh my god. Maelstrom Pulse would be good. Maelstrom Pulse. God damn it. Yeah, I should have just taken scrying. That was my gut instinct there. I can still win though. If I draw Maelstrom Pulse, I can do Maelstrom Pulse, Slam Gaddock Teeg, and I'm back in it. That's game. Oh god, fucking Tron, swear to god. Cause like we had no clock, like, cause we wouldn't have had a clock, so they were definitely gonna draw. They're definitely gonna draw a second land. I should have just taken scrying. Some mulligan here. Okie dokie. It sucks because I don't know what I'm against, so like I don't know if Veil is good or bad. But like this hand's kind of lacking a threat, so. Oh, is this ley line? Oh, sorry, I have the upkeep trigger on. I was like, is there a ley line? Oh, it's just KCI. My hand's good against whatever my opponent has. I just need to draw a threat. Buried Ruin, Terrarian. Oh, I need a second black source. Fuck. One, two, three. I think the only castable spell. So I'm just like discarding the shreds here, but like lack of threat is bad. I'm gonna traverse for a swamp here, so if I draw a Groom Flare, I can do discard and cast Groom Flare. That's fine with me. Or Scavenging Ooze is fine too. Thoughtseize. Where's my threats at? Did he let me gain a life? That's funny. Well, Blooming Marsh wouldn't do anything. That's the thing. Yeah, which is funny. Oh my gosh, where are my threats? I swear I have some. I swear. Did you still 2 damage to me? Oh, he drew a card. I was gonna say, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, if he also has a KCI in hand, he doesn't have the fourth land to, excuse me, to play it. Excuse me. Okay, I'll take that. I'll path it now. Oh my gosh, give me a threat, please. Please. Oh my gosh, I'm like, oh, double buried rune's gross. I'm gonna ball myself here. I'm actually gonna wait. Because I don't know if I need it or not. I don't know what he's gonna do. It's fine. 2-drop would be nice here. This also turns on my Delirium. So a Traverse Mishra's Bauble is not what I want. I guess I'll take this. I mean, it's kind of a clock, I guess. Man, my draws have not been that good here for sure. Wow, he's not gonna bring back card with Buried Rune. So I passed priority here, so I can play the spell next turn just to see what he brings back. I have a clock now, so wow, I was lucky. Why didn't he play that? Oh man. Yeah. I think that's why he brought back Scrap Trawler, because he has more draws to KCI. So I just did a fade. So Path would be a good draw here. Just so I can get rid of his Scrap Trawler, because KCI off the top would be gas. Oh my gosh. Why? There's a reason why I played 19 lands. Ugh. Oh my gosh. gosh, don't hit a KCI. Please. Fourth scrap trawler. He's making a bunch of mana. Hasn't hit the troll or the KCI though, which is good for us. Okay. Oh, he hit the Inventor's Fair. I'm gonna have 6, and I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, because I'm gonna assume he's gonna combo. Oh, you can't combo. Oh, shit. So I need a path here. Tarmogoyf. Because he has a lot when locked up here. So I need a path on my upkeep. Turn too slow. I'm gonna have 6. I'm gonna be right back. Did I lose yet? Did I lose yet? Abzan. Even though he has KC next turn, 3 shots a bit. Yeah, I was just lacking a clock. I needed this traverse the turn prior, so I could have at least stopped this, get Scavenging Ooze. Like, this was just one turn too late, which sucks. Which sucks. So I don't know if you're still here, James, but the lack of engineer explosives is what's kind of turning me off. I like engineer explosives in our sideboard, for sure. Gosh darn it. I like the sideboard, sir. Yard hate, artifact hate, Gaddock Teague, bring in Fulminators, combo and Rex Sage. Board out. I board out all the Planeswalkers because they don't do anything. Board out Brutality. Board out Souls. since they don't really clock as fast as you noticed. And then I shave, I think, 3 path or 3 push. Yes, sir. Still rocking the ballista. If you're like what Jane said, if you're not playing Ballista and Traverse, you're doing it wrong. Like it's so good. Like it's not even a question if this card should be in the deck. Like it's just a staple in Traverse. I think I just take out the 3 pushes because I need a fetch land to hit a scrap trawler. Well, decay is just a clean answer, so let's just do this. This matchup gets a lot better post board. It's actually a pretty bad matchup for us. How's the lighting? Sorry guys, I'm not. Oops. Sure. Got hate card. Got discard spell. I'm gonna actually ball myself because I want to make sure I have the proper answers. Overgrown Tomb. Do not want that. Well, I do want it with my fetch, but I do not want to draw it naturally. I'm gonna take the Stirrings because it's the card that digs for KCI. So thoughts on Assassin's Trophy. I went on like a 20-minute rant about how much I loved Assassin's Trophy and the new Black Mason Sage. It's so good. And then if they somehow get rid of my Galactique, I can get a creature in there and then traverse. Also can Abrupt Decay something and get another hate card. Catman was 20 years old when I don't think I was even a sperm cell when Metallica put out their first album, which is hilarious. All these haymakers, man. The hate is just pouring in. Hate bears, assemble, man. Oh, Teague attacks? I forgot he could do that. I forgot he was a 2/2. This little old dude. This little guy with a little hammer. Look at that. I mean, it's one of those things where like when we draw our hate bears, we win the game. So, I mean, at my PPTQ, my opening hand was 3 lands, Galactique, Stony Silence, Combo, something else. It was insane. My opponent scooped so fast. This is a really tempting keep here. I'm gonna keep it. How has Abzan been for you in Modern? Abzan's been really good, but it's a deck that I just always play. I'm gonna bobble you. Ancient Stirrings. Maybe I should have mulliganed this hand because I have no white source for all my white hate bears. So maybe this is a really bad keep on my part. So this is lucky for me. So he's gonna play Stirrings, I assume. Yep. Because this hand is like no interaction. So he just starved on lands? Is that what it's up? Kind of want to keep this bauble because I drew the fetch land. So I can ball myself. See if it's good. Mistress Bauble. Do not want that. So I'm going to fetch it away. Come on, combo. Tarmogoyf. Huh, okay. I think he's starved on lands. Or not. I think I'm going to just play another Grimflare. To pass the turn. This definitely it's 100% that I should have mulliganed this hand. Now I look back at it. So I'm just dead now. Just hope he doesn't have a scrap trawler. Wow, I was lucky. Ooh, Surgical's a good draw here. Surgical's a good draw. I think, sad to say, I think I'm going to have to bin the Rhino. Keep discard spell on top too. I think I'm going to play another Grimflare here. I can play another Tarmogoyf, just in case I don't want to crack the Surgical. No Scrap Trawler. And even if he does have a Scrap Trawler, I have an answer to it. It's not too bad. Okay. So I just need a fade here. So Wellspring. Star. So I just need to dodge him drawing another Scrap Trawler. I was just gonna go off with infinite 1/1s. It's a good plan too. What decks give you a hard time? KCI, Tron, and Control are the matchups I do not want to play against. And I played against KCI and Tron this league, and I'm about to lose to both of them. So, yeah, that was just not a mulligan. Like, I should have mulliganed that hand. That was just greedy. Is he gonna win this turn? I don't think so. That's the thing. Yeah, I should have mulliganed that hand. Like, I want to get seed here, but I don't think my opponent has the win, and I definitely have outs to this. I mean, double scrap trawler's pretty cute. I think I'm going to concede here. Oh, he's drawing cards. Huh. If he... So he's still digging, so the game's not over yet, per se, I guess. You want to see my deck list? Here is the deck list. Oops. Trying to see my opponent so I can see the list. I'm right, because my opponent doesn't have the win yet, because he still needs to find. Think I am going. I'm very close to get. Like, he's like 99% sure win the game here. I think he is locked up actually, because he has Scrap Trawler. Actually lost his one Scrap Trawler, so I'm not dead yet actually. This would be a bitch to keep track of in paper though, for sure. Like sorry, I'm just gonna put the deck list back. Yeah, God, I should just mulligan that hand. I needed a hate card. Like, my draws this league has just been like super awkward. Super awkward. And I went against what I told you guys to do, is just mulligan aggressively against Tron. Like, you also mulligan aggressively against KCI, which I did not do. Because you have cards that just don't cold wreck them. And they do spell on. So I'm just gonna. If they have a loop, I didn't pay attention to what they were doing. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede here. Oh man, just not winning matchup roulette either, because we just lost to Tron and KCI, which I said, like, if I had to pick the three matchups I do not want to play against, it's Blue Eye Control, Tron, KCI. Blue Eye Control, KCI, and Tron in that order, and we just play two of the three. So if I play against Blue Eye Control, I'm just gonna be really sad. How is the Human Jund and Boggles matchup? They're all fine. Jund with Bloodbraid Elf is slightly, very slightly favored, like 51%, because we have Lingering Souls, but Bloodbraid Elf is one hell of a magic card. Humans is favored, but they definitely have hands where they just absolutely wreck us. And Boggles is a swingy matchup where if they don't have Leyline, we are very favored, and if they do have Leyline, we are very unfavored. Because we need to interact with them, and if they have a Leyline in play, we do not win the game. Because we have no way of interacting with the board. So not off to a good start this league. I think I used all my luck earlier this week. But let's try to finish strong. Lunchbox 3. Interesting. So on the play, and I don't know, I like to play a fetch and a bobble, so I can bobble myself and see if I like what I on top. If I don't like it, speak of the double achievements. So now I can try to find a removal spell if I need to. Of course, if you have any questions, just ask away. I mean, that's why I'm streaming, is just to interact with you guys, and which closes actually my bad draw. So I'll take that. So if you have any other questions, just ask away. Don't hesitate. It's the reason why I stream. So Inquisition is actually a good draw to see what I'm up against. Oops. Because it just counts as a rule spell. So I'm going to take Thalia here. I could take the Mantis Rider. Yeah, I want to take Thalia here. I think I take Thalia here, so my hand isn't too clunky. I just need to buy time. That's what I need. I just hope my opponent doesn't draw a Champion of the Parish, and I think I'm square. So my opponent doesn't draw a Champion of the Parish, I can go Liliana plus. And then I can go Decay minus Liliana, and I'm like way ahead here. Oh, but I guess I can go double Mantis Rider. Like, he'll just go Unclaimed Territory, or just play a land, Mantis Rider, Vile, Phantasmal Image. So I think it's best to not do that line. I don't think I can Lily plus here. I can also just play Lingering Souls, just to make the most of my mana. I don't see why they wouldn't just play Mantis Rider here. So I'm actually just going to play my Windswept Teeth. I want him to image. Please image. Please image. Please Violet in. That is fine. That's fine. So as long as I don't have another Mantis Rider, let's see. What do you have here, son? What do you have here? Tries a Canopy. It's fine with me. Take a red and you kill it. Does image fizzle? Yes, because there's nothing in the battlefield that image can target. You got a Traverse or a Lingering Souls. One of the two. A land off the top would be really good here, because I can go Goyf, Traverse, play another threat, and plus. If they take my souls, which they should. Ooh, Mantis Rider. It's a race, boys. It's fine. Land. Hath is also a good draw here. So let's play Goyf here. And I'm just going to traverse now, just to be more mana efficient and get a Grim Flare. It also plays around Reflector Mage. So I know one of the 3 cards is a Horizon Canopy. Now I know 2 unknown cards, 3 unknown cards. Champion of the Parish is fine. Just hope they don't have Reflector Mage, and I'm well ahead of this game. Don't reflect me. Thank goodness. Play the land now, I guess. Another champion. So just top deck that. So they're flooding a little bit, which is good for us, obviously. That's a good draw. Obviously. Any rule spells a great draw here. But like if they try to violent a 3-drop, I can and they try to like gang block, it's game over. And at this point, I'm so far ahead, I can just push the Kitesail Freebooter and then play Lingering Souls. Hey! Just to keep the pressure on. Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So just mana removal here. Sweepers, Collective Brutality. Board out Thought Seizes because my life total's pretty precious here. Excuse me. I think that's it. I can see merit in bringing in Bitter Blossom, just so we have just infinite blockers. Because like Mantis Rider is how they steal games, so just taking 1 a turn instead of 3 is pretty big. But I don't think I like Bitter Blossom versus an aggro deck, because they're essentially an aggro deck in this matchup, and we're the control deck. And I don't like a recurring loss of life. I can see it though, because that's how we lose the game. It is Mantis Rider. Yeah, other than that, it's a pretty simple swap. Like we just need to draw a removal and we're fine. Hope I can finish with 18 viewers, guys. Thanks for tuning in, hanging out with me. It's kind of a long league. Last couple leagues streams have been pretty long. When I was on Traverse, these games end pretty fast. Like I can finish the league in like 2 hours, but when all your matches go to 3 games, it's kind of hard. This is my opponent's sideboarding. This is the 75 that I'm running back. I guess you can see my sideboarding here. The key differences in my list is events versus other traverse lists, like what Fall Leaf has, and other posted lists is Walking Ballista in the main is the best thing that's happened to this deck. One of the main reasons why I have Walking Ballista is because I feel like with Traverse, you have no real source of card advantage. So you want, this is an easy mulligan. You late game, you have no real oomph. My gosh. Kind of can't mulligan to 4. And my hands this league is just awful. It's just like variance is just kicking my teeth in right now. I mean, I'm like, this hand does not beat humans. I'm telling you right now. Like I'm such a low percentage in this game. Because I need lands and removal. I can't have both. It seems to be land off the top. No, as long as my opponent has somewhat of a playable hand, I can't win this game. At least I can cast my Goif though. Wow. Wow. If I draw a black source and my opponent doesn't draw another land, that would be big game here. I'm just gonna fetch a swamp. I think I'm gonna run the green source. Conserve my life total here a little bit. So as long as my opponent doesn't have a Thalia's Lieutenant plus land, my Goif can stonewall this guy. Wow. My opponent is just worse luck than mine. Sorry, buddy. I went from like sub percentage, like some really low percentage to win a game, to be like super favored now. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. That's variance, I guess. Alright, let's break even, guys. Let's break even here. 3-2? Let's go for the 3-2, boys. 17 viewers, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This league hasn't been the most Abzan appealing. We played 2 of the 3 worst matchups. As a recap, we beat Infect 2-1, lost to Tron 1-2, where I should have won game 1 if I just had... Like, it was just my draws this whole league. I'm going to post this on YouTube, so you can watch it, but man, my hands were just all awkward. Lost to Tron, should have been a win. Lost to KCI, and then beat Humans. So, see how it goes. Hope you guys are enjoying the Abzan League. People are saying Abzan is dead. I highly disagree with that. This hand is a snap keep. Third land would be nice to hit a Liliana on curve. Blue. So this could be Storm, keep control. We'll find out with my discard spell. Subtly, that's a really good draw. Hits, or Lily gets on curve. Thing, Ice, Blood Moon. So I'm kind of forced to take the Blood Moon here. This deck also cannot effectively beat a Tarmogoyf. So let's take the Blood Moon. That's the only way we lose this game. Gonna fetch for a basic plains next turn. So worst case scenario, I can path my Goyf if I need to get a green source. I'm just going to play a thing in the ice. That's fine. My Goyf's already a 4/5, so it doesn't matter. This card. Let me tell you about this card. If I played this card right now, my Goyf would be huge. What's my point thinking about? So my opponent can deal with my Goya if he like double bolts it, but I'll take that card advantage here. Same visions. Oh, I forgot to fetch for planes. Thought I was gonna do it, but I didn't do it. That would have been bad if I played that. Ooh, okay. See what my opponent has in store. Remand. It's kind of annoying. Oh, I fucked up. I should have Lily on it, so it's an extra point of damage. Just rushing through my plays here. No bueno. Opponent sort of stabilizes at 1 life. That'd be very tilting here. It's a good draw. That's a good draw too. I'm gonna hope my opponent abrupt decays. This is when it transforms, so I can wait. So if he's gonna electrolyze here. Yeah. So I'm just gonna wait until he just forces something, and I can just decay it. Because it triggers when it transforms into it. So like if he has like a bolt, like just make him use it. So don't play the bauble because he can remand it and trigger this. So let's see what he does. Decay this. It's fine. Oh, should have pathed. Wow, I punted there. That was a punt. A punt, 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 punt. Should have pathed. That's annoying. That's a big punt on my part. I'm just like breezing through this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So now if he... Oh, he's just gonna opt here. I should have pathed. Oh, I just a punt. Bobble. All the bubbles. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Oh, that's tilting. Oh man, that's a kick in the teeth. I'm finding a way to lose this game, which is tilting. She has Spell Snare and one unknown card. Remand. Interesting. Why would you target Remand? I'm going to push this in response to that. Oh man. Yeah, this game should have been easy. Draw a card, okay. Is he waiting for mana leak? So just Ballista for 2? But he has no blue mana open, so that doesn't really win the... Huh, okay. Whatever. We both play bad. But this card's so good. This card does everything. It makes up for how bad I am. It makes up for how bad I am. Oh god, okay. So Rex Sage to deal with Blood Moon. Calm Law seems pretty good because they just play all the instants and sorceries. Moisture Cleric, Bitter Blossom, Collective Brutality, Spell Bomb. There's a lot of good cards and not a lot of bad cards in this matchup. That's the thing. It's hard because you don't know if they're gonna keep in like Thing in the Ice, you know? So like maybe Collective Brutality isn't good because it doesn't kill Thing in the Ice. So maybe like don't bring in the Collective Brutality. I'm glad you popped in right now, Michael, because I played that game really bad. Like really disgustingly bad. I don't think I like Last Hope here actually, because it doesn't do anything with Thing. I think it's hard. I'm thinking like shave a push here, shave a Rhino. Rhino's kind of hard to cast through Blood Moon. Maybe we should just shave a Bauble. You can do a lot worse than shaving a Bauble. Like this card is like this matchup is very favorable. So there's a lot of good cards in the deck, and like those kind of Blue Moon decks just cannot deal with Tarmogoyf. Like Tarmogoyf is just too big, too fast. Yeesh. I can't mulligan too much against this. Oh, kind of want that because of Blood Moon. Am I too scared of Blood Moon? Maybe. Do they play Pyromaster in the deck? I mean, they might. I have no idea. I think I'm gonna bottom. Our hand is too bad to not. And if we just lose a Blood Moon, we lose a Blood Moon. Pyro? You mean Pyromancer or Pyro Shun or Pyromaster? I'm assuming you mean Young Pyromancer, and they might. I mean, there's so many different builds of Blue Moon. They can have Thing, they can have the Kiki, Pestermite combo, they could have Through the Breach. Like, these blue-red moon decks are just everywhere. And I don't know, they might Young Pyro. Yeah, I mean, it might be in the side. I've seen them in the side. I've seen them have Through the Breach in the side. Like, it's hard. Like, you don't know what they're gonna do. Play this. They went top, which is scary. Okay. Probably top the Relic. I'm gonna play Tarmogoyf. So make them pop the Relic, and they have to bolt it. They played Blood Moon. We are royally fucked. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense from a deck building perspective. Didn't get punished last game, thank God. Steam Vents. Don't Blood Moon me. No. No. I should have fetched for basic planes. Thoughtseize. Jace the Mind Sculptor. That's a good Thoughtseize there. Take the Jace. That Blood Moon hurts, but we have our MVP Walking Ballista. Yep. Yep. Bottom top. Oh, that's a good draw here. The real question is, how aggro do I want to get here? I think I want to be pretty aggro. The thing is, I can resolve this Bitter Blossom. I don't think so. I don't think that line is correct because I think you want Bitter Blossom. Like, you want Bitter Blossom ASAP and that just wins the game here. Because I don't need to kill Snap. Like, I don't really care. Like, I could just attack in. No, I can't really attack in either. Because he went top bottom. Actually, no, I think maybe that is the correct line. Because he needs to deal with my board. Yeah, I think we just need to end the game. Yeah, I agree. Agree, 100%. And if he wants to pop the relic, he can. Still takes one. Ooh, thing. So he has relic. He's gonna like opt in response, maybe? Why else wouldn't he play relic? Yeah, that's what I thought. So he has relic as the only known card in hand. Blood Moon again. Relic. Why would he tap 3? Oh, Young Pyro. So let's just rinse and repeat here. I think it's safe to attack here. If I attack, oh no, I can't. I can't attack. What am I thinking? Just need my opponent to fade. Why would he do that then? Oh, to get another elemental? Even still. I think it's just played Bitter Blossom here. Oh god, he top deck Remand? Oh, that's annoying. Oh man. I mean, it's my fault. I should have fetched planes. And then I could have... Yep. I boarded out Fatal Push, right? I did, so it can't board out Fatal Pushes. See, bottomed with opt, which is good for us, because that means we have a shot. So we kind of have to just chump block here with our walking ballista. We just have infinite chump blockers with Bitter Blossom. Okay. Yeah, that's game. Oh god. That would have been nice too. That would have been nice too. So push is in for sure. Dude, you save another bauble. Save a bauble here. Man, that's rough, dude. So rough. Maybe I can bring in explosives. Man. It's a fine keep. I don't like last hope in this matchup because I don't think it does enough. But I think E might have come in, but there's just no room. Relic. Yikes. Awkward. Yeah, that's how they beat a Goyf, is with relics. That's how you beat a Goyf. If I draw enough up decay, it's very tempting to decay the relic right now, just so. Because I can play through a Blood Moon right now, so it's like. What's my opponent doing? Fetch now, I guess. We lost game 2. Blood Moon got there. That's foolish. Run out the Goyf, I guess. Yep. Kind of tempted to just Rex Sage the Relic, but just weird. But I could just play. I'm just gonna play a Remorseful Cleric. Now I just like effectively play around Blood Moon, so this like God that I really need that new card that comes out. Just getting a 3 mana 4/3 is just so good. Remorseful Cleric. Sack, exile. He's gonna bolt my Cleric. Huh. I mean, the end result's the same. But that leaves me open to Rexage the Relic here. Exile the Cleric. Don't think it matters, but just in case. This end would have been fine last game. It's a little trickier this game. That was a good draw. I'm gonna trade. It's fine. I want to hold my push for thing. Could be Cryptic. Do I want to play into Cryptic command mana? This Walker's does this traverse literally does nothing. I think I just have to play into Cryptic command. What am I gonna do? I can not play it. Oh, this is rough. Huh. Oh, is he gonna have Jace? Yeah, this game is getting out of hand now. Oh my gosh, my hand doesn't do anything. Like I said, if I hit 5 lands, it's game over, and I hit 6. 7 technically with Traverse. And every Brainstorm is game over. Yeah, this game's pretty much over. I need like discard spell. Hope he doesn't have a bolt. Oh Jesus. Discard spell would be good here. That's fine too. Just hope his hand is nothing, which I highly doubt. Oh man. Where's like, oh we're just not drawing hot right now, which we're just like, we don't have a Lingering Souls, we don't have anything that just represents a threat. Or just a grind. Like, we just drew 2 Tarmogoyfs I got answered. And a Rex Sage and 2 pushes. Oh my goodness. Oh, that discard spell is way too late. I mean, we just have to do it. So we have Delirium online. And I guess we just get Tarmogoyf and hope he doesn't land a threat. Oh, man. Like, our draws literally have just been the most awkward as possible it could be. I mean, maybe it's incorrect to board in Remorseful Cleric because they have Relic, but God. Third Brainstorm. Like, today has just been awkward. Like, just awkward hands, awkward everything. Do they have Cryptic Command? I think they have Cryptic. Oh, no Cryptic. Guess they have to bait out the Tarmogoyf here. Don't remand. Yeah, this game is... Jace is just too good. Yeah, this game's pretty much like 99% over. I can't wait until Trophy gets printed. Not a good day. Not a good day. Just like, if you, the whole night has just been awkward. Just double bolt. GG. Oh, GG. Well, that sucks. That was my first non-making, like, getting ticks league in forever, actually. It doesn't feel good. And I guess it just makes sense, because that league just the whole night just did not feel good at all. I mean, Bitter Blossom is okay. I can see Bitter Blossom being something else, though. haven't had a chance to draw these two sideboard cards, but I definitely like the Stony over the Kataki. I don't think that change is gonna be swapped. I mean, then again, like the meta's gonna be all fucked up and swap around once Trophy gets printed. It's hot as hell in my office room right now. Oh, here we go. We just had a tough time to. It was just the whole night was just awkward. Like that game against Tron, like that should have been a win, and then KCI just no threat. Just awkward, just all awkward. But that's Magic too, right? Like versus humans, they were stuck on one land, and we just killed them in like 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm trying to think versus like the game 2, like I wonder if it would have been better just to slam Bitter Blossom. Because like Bitter Blossom is one of those cards where it gets exponentially worse the later you cast it. It's like even this hand's just awful, but you can't mulligan 5 in this kind of matchup where it's just grindy. And we didn't draw any of our Lingering Souls either, so it was just all awkward. And they just drew Relic both games post board. Which sucks. Because like that just makes Tarmogoyf just boltable, which is awful. Oh, this is a game I Blood Moon, yeah. So like I just got Blood Moon game 2, which is I should have played the Plains here though. Because I could have fetched. Or I could have pathed my own Goyf. Like worst case scenario, right? Like but that didn't affect the league at all. Like I wanted the basic planes here. Like this is the mistake I made this game is I should have fetched for the basic planes with my marsh flats instead of a swamp. So this is a turn where I either could have played, or was it the turn before I was looking at the chat? I think it was the turn before. Because he just had snap. Yeah, I think the turn before was just snap. I should have just played the Bitter Blossom. I hate MTGO because you can't go backwards, which is kind of annoying. I think that's definitely the line that... Because if I had Bitter Blossom, I'd have a token here. Opponent would have Snap, Thing, and Pyro. I would have just done this line with a Fairy token in play. And gone in there for 1. Yeah, so then I have an extra Fairy token here. Swing for 2. Yeah. And then it would have gotten all bounced by Thing anyway. So like my whole board would be wiped here. I'd be at what, 14? But you need basic planes though, because there's so much fielder ruin, and we're playing traverse, like where you just want to traverse for a white source. I can see maybe you don't want basic planes in a centralized build, but you need it in traverse because there's a lot of times where I traverse for basic planes. Like you need basic planes right now, especially in traverse. Because if you just play 2 swamps and 1 forest, you're gonna run out of basics. Like you're just not gonna. You know what I mean? Like it's not playing basic planes is wrong, for sure. Yeah. I don't think we were able to win this game just cause of Blood Moon. Like Blood Moon just kind of just fucked everything up because it's not like we had any castables anyway. Like if I had the basic planes, I wouldn't have the path for their threats. And in game 3, they just had J. Like I played around Blood Moon. Like if my hand game 3 would have beat their hand game 2, my hand game 2 would have beat their hand game 3, and that's just, I guess that's just the nature of the game. All right, well I wish I had a better result today, but obviously I did not. Again, this is a list. It's probably not gonna matter because it's all gonna change once Trophy and our new friend gets printed, so I don't have to run this card anymore. And every time I had this card in hand, I wish it was the other, whatever that card's called, the 3 mana 2/1 that does everything. I don't. Oh, that's different though because their white splash in Mardu is significantly less. Like we have Path, like they don't run. If they ran Path, like if they run Lightning Helix in Mardu, that makes sense for them to have basic planes. They don't run Lightning Helix because their only white card is Lingering Souls. They literally have no other white card, and they can cast it without basic planes. That's a totally different scenario there. It's not even comparable because they are a red black deck, lightly splashing white, very light, and they're only splashing white cyber cards is like Comball, I think, and maybe some Stony Sciences. I think I've seen some artist list play, but it's mainly for Comball. Like versus us, we have Siege Rhino in our list. We have Paths. Like we have Stony Sciences. Like we have our white is a pretty heavy third color. It's not a light splash at all. And I'm kind of tempted to have. I know it's different, hence why I went down to path and for push. Whether there's a having that's why it's just I don't need to run the planes. But I mean, with Field of Ruin and Traverse, you need the basic planes. Like I said earlier, like if you have centralized, uh, basic not having the basic planes is kind of forgivable. But you have a card that literally just fetches basics, and you don't want only 3 sources for this card. And a lot of times I'll have like Overgrown Tomb, Blooming Mars, and I'll traverse for the basic planes for a turn 3 Lingering Souls. It's definitely needed. But that plan also just gets you so exposed to Field of Ruin. That's the thing. Like Field of Ruin in the meta makes it like before Field of Ruin got printed, I would be like, alright, that's fine, I don't care. You don't need a basic planes, but Field of Ruin changes everything. The landscape of Modern is changed by Field of Ruin. Oh, excuse me. I'm definitely hungry. It's nice chatting to you guys, but I think it's time for me to grab some grub. Um, Otherwise, nice chatting with everyone, especially you, James. Hope you guys liked the content. I wish it was a better result today, but no, I guess it's just very entertaining me because I mean this is the first league, and I think for ever since I actually had Walking Bliss in the deck that I didn't make break even at minimum. Breaking even as in going 3-2 at least. Um, but I mean, hopefully you guys learned at least something through my punch through this league. But yeah, I hope you guys can join me next week. I'll try to stream again weekly. If you guys like what you see, please follow me on Twitter. I've been more consistently posting on Twitter. When I stream the morning before. Other than that, hope you guys can take it easy, and I'll chat you guys later.